I'm gonna get the guys downstairs.
Oh God.
Hello, governors. Hey.
How did we end up here?
In 1994, South Africans were released from the burden of apartheid, meaning that no person in this nation was to further endure the yoke of oppression. Under a new president, Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela, the reformer who spent 27 years as a political prisoner, South Africa made brave steps into the shining light of the world with the promise of a better life for all.
Are you the producer?
I don't know.
What are we? I've never thought about that. What are we?
Well, I'm not going to put a songwriter.
What am I? If you're the producer.
You're the. Okay, should we start again? We met in the UK in a pub called the Crown. It was a pretty bleak English pub, and he went, "This place is a bit bleak. Looks like the Soul Hoover's been in here." And then 17 years later, we called our band Soul Hoover.
I've always had a dream of being involved in an arts kind of creative project and seeing how that could have a role in development and how that could have a role in improving people's lives. Come in. Sure. How long does it take to make them?
One day he's making 3 one day.
Really? Yeah, I know they're too special, yeah? There's an incredible amount of talent and wealth that's locked away within the South African context, but it's hidden in townships, it's hidden in rural areas, it's hidden behind poverty, it's hidden in places that people wouldn't expect to find them. Our work in the Sustainable Livelihoods Foundation is about creating opportunities for growth and helping small businesses grow and finding talent and nurturing individuals we find who show exceptional kind of abilities to do well and to go well in life.
So my first day working with Sustainable Livelihoods Foundation, we had to go into the township collecting research on small business enterprises, namely recycles, mechanics, bazaar shops, you name it. There was a choice of going on a bike or going on foot. I chose going on foot because I didn't want to follow my bum on the bike. It was scorching hot. I had this big wig on, which didn't make things any better. By the end of the day, my feet were messed up and I had sunburn all over. Yeah, that was my first day.
In 2017, we did a research project with township businesses and we did a 9,000 kilometre road trip around South Africa. And on that journey, Arthur joined me. And the new member of the team, Arthur. Arthur, have you got anything you'd like to say for yourself at this point?
Yeah, Steers chips are rather nice for breakfast.
And while we were interviewing businesses, Arthur spent time talking to musicians in the various townships that we went to in each of the different provinces. We travelled around South Africa, and Arthur, being a musician, found a whole lot of very interesting and creative individuals in the various townships we went to.
When I was working with Leif, the people I was hanging around with were people in townships, so of course I ended up sort of talking to them, and I'd say, So anyway, who's the best rapper in town?
Yes.
You create music. You're a musician. You're a musician.
I'm a producer.
You're
I'm
a producer.
video editor. You know,
A
I'm good
video
in
editor.
direct-
And I said there was no real objective other than doing the work we were out to do. But then having Arthur there and having the time and being able to travel around the country and find people, it seemed like a really good opportunity to see. Let's dig up who's there. Let's see who's out there and what they're doing.
Awesome. That was really good.
Democracy's achievements are many, but political freedom does not equal economic salvation. Today, the richest 10% of people own 70% of all South Africa's wealth, with the richest 1% owning nearly half of everything all around us.
It's Bones, Falcon City, representing Dot Tape Records, 057 is the code, baby. You know, all my life, I've been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle, pay the price. One is slice, you got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life.
I see these two white guys on bikes. I'm like, what the fuck is going on now? Is this the Freemasons or what, man? Because my sport, you know where I am there, you get dropped easily. In front of everybody, they don't care. Cops, when you get dropped, will say, hey, stop. And they'll tell you, we're not on duty. I holler at them, they holler back at me. I ask them, what's up? Then they start telling me. I said, no, you know what? I've got a studio at home there, man. Let's go and do something there. They're like, yeah, man, we're interested in some things like that. Let's go.
You know, he was poor, but he had his own YouTube channel, he had his own iTunes account, he made his own videos, he made his own music, he had a laptop, he was running some music software, he was like plausible, you know, the guy was quite ballsy. And bearing in mind we didn't have any project or any funding or anything, we just met him for the hell of it. Hello, mate.
They're good looking cows, eh?
So after traveling all over South Africa and getting to meet thousands of different and amazing people, bumping into unexpected talent, we felt inspired and we felt the need to bring all their stories and voices together to share with the rest of the world.
We evolved the idea that maybe we should try and find a way of nurturing their passions and joining them with our interests, which is helping to grow people's livelihoods. And so then this idea of this project evolved.
Generation to generation, you know, country to country. Music can go far away. Oh my God. Thank you very much.
We decided we were going to work with the most talented people we found to make an album. And then we wrote a proposal to the South African National Lottery to say this is what we want to do. And about a year later, they said yes.
That's a bit of a stock answer, isn't it?
We're in Durban waiting for T-Man.
Nice to meet you. How's it? You're all right. Once we got funding, look, tremendous excitement, like privilege to actually have a budget, to realise this ambition that we had.
You can step a bit forward for me? Yeah, there.
If I die. Yeah.
How is the interview process going?
The interview process is amazing. We're meeting different people, all very interesting artists, poets.
Whoa!
What if my wig falls off?
Have the songs together. I only learned it last week, so.
What are you guys doing? It sounds amazing.
Yeah. A colleague of mine at the school where I teach Xhosa told me, oh, there's this guy from England, Europe, who would like to meet with you. He's interested in township singers. And I was like, oh, okay, is it one of those? I'm gonna record one song, they steal it, they take it to England, and then I never hear from it. So I thought, oh, okay, yeah, I'll check him out. Eventually they explained to me what the project was about, and it was really interesting. They introduced me to this whole Livelihoods Music Collective, and I'm happy to tell you that I was one of the first artists to be part of the project, and here we are.
There was a sense of anticipation, is this going to work? We'd co-developed all these songs, but obviously from thousands of kilometres apart. Sending demos backwards and forwards, and them adding lyrics and so forth. That creative process, and then it culminates in a recording session for one day, in a hotel room. You know, yeah. We like to keep it classy.
Yeah.
Could be soundproofing.
What do you want to do? I don't know. Drive that over there. Just take the pictures down. That'd be easier.
I'll take them down. I hope you're capturing all this.
This is why I'm on the team, you see. Genius is required.
So we did a big glut of artists. We recorded Pretty, the poet. We recorded DJ Sweetest. And we recorded Bongs. And that was in a hotel room, so it was just literally like a studio rigged up in a hotel, laptop, microphone, backing tracks.
Morning. And then I think we're going to try and sort of assemble a kind of like an amateurish video shoot in Ivory Park with Bongs and with Sweetest. So we'll try and get him to do a video performance. I don't know how that'll pan out. We have to adapt to what he wants to do. Good Lord. Oh, maybe I could pick up that one.
Quite heavy, eh?
Yeah.
You can see why he's so big, eh?
Yeah, he's well built.
I feel powerful. Am I doing it right?
Is he doing it right?
What is this? This is the what, 15 kgs?
We never know.
You'll never know.
We don't give a damn what can wait. Welcome to the gym at your own risk, and if the weight falls on you, you call yourself to hospital and call that doctor. That's what we call gym at your own risk. How many names get them got ground? Send them their calls, no life and names, none how shown is wish. How many names the Kelly Death got? How many names the Kelly Death got?
DJ Sweetest is the most enigmatic reggae artist you'll ever encounter in your life.
Yeah, he's one of the maddest people I've ever met. But he's good at what he does.
He's kind of like Barry White doing reggae.
He is like Barry White doing reggae.
In this world, we're living a very crucial life, and the people are still there. You know, when they say they're there still. People mustn't be there. People must develop. People must get out of there.
Sure.
Get out of those shackles. They shackle themselves. Because shackles don't mean this was in their arms. No, they shackle their brains.
My voice in Africa, Pretty the poet. I doubt it shall be written in your gazette, for I am as black as shadows. Remember me in extreme hot days. I am a black African diamond, glittering on my own blackness.
So Priti comes from Limpopo, so right up in the north of the country, and he's a poet, and he produces his own books of poetry, and an actor, and he's involved in a theatre company in Limpopo.
I've been through a rough childhood, I can say, because I grew up with a single mother, and that's the only way I found writing very much crucial to me, because the moment I saw that woman struggling to raise me like how I am today, it was really stressing me out. And I would say somehow I had to become the wall for my family, because my dad was no more by then, and I had to hustle for them together to earn a living.
Fatter, crappier, less productive, not coconut. Drinking on credit too much. Irregular sex with fly to slice from the gym. 5 tigers for Muti in Bangalore dwelling jealousies. Habalazi. Like
We're trying to make the album cover a whole cross-section of topics that are relevant to South Africa, from its recent history through to aspects of politics, aspects around crime, aspects around the nature of living in this country. And I think if the album becomes a basket of all these different things thrown in together, and everyone can relate to it at one point or another, then I think we've probably done our job.
And ghettos we live in are like the devil's kingdom, of course. Drugs and alcohol involved, Dr. Prince for sure.
The State of the Nation is a yearly address by the President, giving us an update on South Africa and what is to be expected for the year ahead.
So we came up, well, Arthur in particular came up with the idea of like, let's make this album the story of the State of the Nation.
It's a real mix of kind of discussion, musicality, debate. And Sinazo, who did the narration for us, she basically walks you through the story of kind of contemporary South Africa. And then there's a few ad breaks thrown in, and as Arthur said, then there's some poetry and some spoken word, and then it builds up to some different musical kind of tracks as well.
So we got into studio, we did a song, a couple of verses, then they liked it. They're like, no, you can come back more. You know, you are chosen for the project.
Let's go. G major O up in the studio. And this is how it's about to go. Babylon State. We burn it down every day. Waiting for Arthur to play the song or something.
For me, it's a stepping stone to changing lives, because you never know what the next person might bring to you. By yourself, you can only bring so much. Working with other people, man, it has brought so many opportunities to me, truly. I think it will be a life-changing experience.
We've got a rack for you to stand on.
Probably I'll be naked.
Look at that.
In the studio.
In the studio.
Okay.
If you take your clothes off.
No. There won't be anything.
He's cool. He's just really cool, I think. Isn't he cool?
He's like a prophet.
And he's worthy of the title track on the album.
He is. I sent some musical ideas over to him, and he said, I just said, give me some working titles. So I just said State of the Nation 1, State of the Nation 2. So he kind of wrote a State of the Nation song, talking about Babylon. And the lyrics are good, The lyrics are really good.
Gonna crush the balls of the system.
Yeah, crush the balls of the system. That's one of his lines.
Peak inequality has arrived. We're just like a game of Monopoly. Our success requires other people's failure. And so, the new struggle begins, which requires every one of us to fight against oppression, greed, and injustice.
There's the budget model, hey?
Something, take one. So I am Lucas Jones. I love animals. You know, if I become a vet, that's something up my alley. And it's just a wonderful feeling to help. You know, we all have a gift, you know, and we do it out of love, you know, we do it out of who we are, you know.
Hi.
Sim.
Kina.
Kina.
Nice to meet you.
Kina.
Yeah. Okay, cool. They came to my studio, they came to listen to my half-finished trash, and they loved it. They were looking for attitude, and I gave it.
Keep off good dope. Choppers versus the herbs. Always on our corner. Employ us, then destroy us. Fake doctors without borders.
From Grassy Park to Woodstock, this is where my heart lies, in the city. I'm a city girl, you know.
No, good, but not
Obviously, nobody's struggle is the same as anybody else's, you know. But growing up in that everyday environment, kids don't get to be kids, you know, and that's one of the problems. We want more for the youth and for the children.
I'm just setting up a microphone to record some vocal tracks from one of our adverts. We've got an advert, a fake advert for a concern called Gatsby World. And Gatsby World is like a vendor of food, takeaway food. And we've got a jingle for Gatsby World, and we need some vocals for that jingle.
Check him up, bruh. Skiet, Skop en Antonio gaat to Cape Town's Gatsby World.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Play that back. Oh my God. Cape Town's Gatsby World. Oh, that is so fucking nasty.
That's what a commercial voiceover is. It's just an accentuated.
Steak, braised onion, 4 eggs, 4 cheese slices, a burger, sharp chips, tomato sauce, and a salad.
From diamond and gold rushes, sweating your years in the depths of the mines, to trading scrawny chickens on the side of the pavement, whilst modern German cars thunder along the potholed roads. From Bergies to Benzes, the Fynbos to the Big Five, and Parijs to the R, a land where brown people eat white bread and white people eat brown, where Mexican maize is a traditional food, and the dove of peace was long ago served with secret herbs and spices by a guy resembling a plantation owner.
It's only a shanty, an old shanty town. The roof is so slanty, it touches the ground. Just a tumble down shack by an old railway track. Oh, shanty, an old shanty town.
So it's up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See what I mean? So you hold that note, you hold that. Just stop, Kayla. Not
Sorry.
It's so fucking embarrassing.
I'm sorry.
So Tremaine comes from Kimberley in the Northern Cape, and she's a formidable character. If you follow her online, she's like chaining herself to like trees and stuff in kind of big fights about activism and women's rights, and so she's quite formidable in the sense of like standing up for what she believes in.
Justice has just begun. 16 shots from a fully loaded trouble gun. Not every fat guy is cheating on.
That's good, you're on fire, man. That sounds good. I recorded that.
Is it good?
Yeah, I recorded that. That sounds awesome.
I got frustrated to the point whereby I basically decided that not enough is being said or done about the rape and sexual abuse of women and children, and this is what I'm gonna do. And one day I just dedicated my life and I was like, I'm gonna sing about this, I'm gonna write about this, I'm gonna speak about this at any and every opportunity that I get. And basically I realized afterwards, yeah, okay, I'm an activist. What I'm doing is activism.
I really like the idea of the background imagery. Yeah.
Yes.
But I don't know what those images should be. So we're in the process at the moment of developing the album booklet, which details all of the individual musicians with whom we have worked, plus the production crew and all of the kind of the broader people who we worked with.
The album cover is an amazing piece of artwork. So it's very nuanced. You know, every single aspect of it is. It's not just going to have a front and back cover. It's like a booklet.
There's a story that comes with the album, and we want to tell that story in the booklet. So once the booklet is done and the album is finally kind of concluded, then we'll kind of put them all online, and we've created a website for it, which is stateofthenation.net, where people can download the album. We could do it further that way because it meets up with the office.
They spoke about painting this bloody pedestrian crossing a while back. They're actually going to do it.
Okay, can you hold it on that line? Okay, we have popular pop band called the Beatles.
Until the crowds get thick, nothing now. I'll pull the rip trigger, no filler, all killer, all juiced up, all liquor. Hang on to your liver, a crafty distiller. You fed me a river.
The album represents undiscovered talent in South Africa, which would have otherwise never been seen nor heard. Now they get to showcase their talents to an international audience, which I think is the coolest thing ever.
I was actually talking to one of my colleagues here in the office. I'm like, we've got to do a launch. How are we going to do this? We've got a year, we've got all this pressure, artists all over the country. How are we going to pull this off? And he said, why don't you go to Africa Burn? And I'm like, that's a good idea. So we contacted Africa Burn and they were like, that's a good idea. And they took us. Africa Burn is one of Africa's biggest festivals where thousands of people from all over the world descend upon the Tankwa Karoo. It's super fun, super creative, but also super challenging. I think the artists though, I think they're going to love it.
Hello! So we threw open an invitation to all of the artists on the album to come and perform at Africa Burn. But in the end, it was Simmer, Tremaine, Bongs, Major, and our drummer Lucas, who were brave enough to take it one step further.
Hey all! The Livelihoods Music Collective has been invited to perform live at 2019 Africa Burn Festival and will be performing on one of Africa's biggest stages. We'll be launching our new album titled State of the Nation, but we need your help.
We had 2 days rehearsals and the 2 days leading up on the Monday and Tuesday. There's a huge difference in playing live and in the studio.
So you've got to wow the audience. They want to see you perform. You've got to be the character.
So today we are rehearsing for Africa Burn. So we're rehearsing for that just to make sure that we've got our lines correct, and also we've all met. So all the artists are down in Cape Town, and we're so excited to be meeting each other and in one space, because we've been doing a lot of things via Skype and via social media. But it's nice when it's physical. We're in one space because we can talk about what do we want to bring to Africa Burn.
There's this one time when they whipped me in my house there, because I told them I'm going to sing with Michael Jackson. I'm not going to school anymore. And I was young. I think I was 9. I was hooked so bad for wanting to sing with Michael Jackson.
There's so many details, but I think the music's great. It's going to be cool. I think it would help if Bongs would learn his lines.
The lyrics, dude, come on. You need to learn those lyrics, though, dude. Yeah. You finished far too early, dude.
Serious?
Yeah.
Don't say that, man.
Okay. Just need to remember them, mate. In your head.
Let's do it again.
You locked in your head. Let's do it one more time, mate.
No.
We had people forgetting their lines and stuff, people turning up late.
Are you okay? What's up?
No, I'm fucking not. I'm waiting for fucking Craig to get his ass into gear to turn up. That's what's happening. But it's fine. We'll just play this.
Do you need Craig?
Yeah, I need Craig because he's playing the guitar and all the songs. But it's fine, he'll be here at 1. I'm going to be really nice to him when he walks through the door and high-five him. Or inwardly, I'll be a little bit annoyed with him. But that's fine. Seriously? Really?
Whatever, man, whatever.
Come in. We had speakers blowing up. Look, there's smoke coming out the fucking speakers.
Twitter.
Oh, 1, 2, 1, 2. But then we've only got one speaker to put everything out on. I don't know why am I using that. We've only got one. Lead up to the launch, there was quite a lot of pressure, I felt, to sort of get 30-40 minutes of sort of plausible music and performance. Live music isn't easy, and taking it into a desert. So there was a great deal of anticipation.
Last year, I read an article in the newspaper about Africa Burn, and I was like, I would love to go to this, and this year I'm going, and I'm not only going, I'm performing at Africa Burn, so that is completely amazing.
What could go wrong is if the music switches off. I don't want the music to switch off, because if it switches off, then it means people no longer focus on what we're singing about. They focus on who's there, who's singing about whatever they were singing about. And that's when people will start scrutinizing me and stripping me off with their eyes. And I don't want that. So the music should keep going the whole time.
That's it, let's go. We'll run through it again, okay? There's no more rehearsals. The next time we get together, we'll be on stage playing, which is a bit horrific, because we're only sort of vaguely aware of what we're all doing, but it's fine.
I'm so excited. I'm super excited about the project, the whole project, because what I know about Africa Burn is it's craziness. That's all I can say. I've heard so much about it. Like, I can't wait to be there.
So we're just going to pitch up. We're going to turn up and just do gigs on the spot. And we're just going to play in front of whoever is there at the time.
There's just so many things going on at once, and everyone's pulling in slightly different directions, so it's like herding cats.
Fucking A, man!
Uh-oh. We kind of bit off something far bigger than I think maybe we anticipated.
What the hell? Let me have a drink.
Yeah! We're on the way to Africa Burn.
strange thing, spending money to go to a festival, to get covered in filth and grime and end up feeling repulsed by yourself, yet thousands of people do it.
And to live essentially in a situation which is not totally unlike a township, in the respect there's no water, no electricity,
raving
no
music.
money. I'm having fun with my tent. Piece of fucking shit. I don't want it to look like that. That's sort of. I don't want it to look like the fucking pit of Sarlacc. I want it to fucking look like a tent. So it was quite strange that people pay good money to sort of live in very kind of challenging environments. You know.
Very hard to communicate how I'm feeling right now because it's early. So many stages, so many things. You're overwhelmed. Where are we going to play? How are we going to do this? What did I do wrong? Why are we here? Can I go back to work now? Oh fuck, I am at work.
It's cold. I'm shivering. Last night was cool. Got to walk around, got lost. But just to see all the artwork and how all these people got the way just to build all these amazing structures, which eventually they're going to burn.
We're here now, Africa Burn. I'm just stoked to be here, man.
My mom is under the impression that I like to go naked, which is against the culture. And so the whole week she thinks I'm not wearing anything. I like to show her pictures that I was actually wearing clothes. So I'd like her to come here and say, wear your panty and your bra, let's walk.
Today, as I've been in Tankwa town, well, there is anxiety. Fear is the enemy. I don't have any fear, but I am anxious to perform, you know. A little panic there and there, but yeah, no, I'm looking quite forward to it. The ninja's back. I told you I disappeared and I come back. I reappeared. Magician, black magic.
This is the first time we've ever performed live. This is the first time. Yeah, we brought the five of the musicians with.
Yeah.
We've got a session guitarist coming with us. We've been rehearsing, and this is the first time we're going to do it.
Yeah, and I think we were quite unusual. We came with a very interesting idea, very different talent, a set of live music as opposed to like rave music, which is kind of one of the predominant themes of so many of these festivals. So I think it was really cool to go there and say, well, we've got something really special. And it was. I think it was received that way as well. It was quite unique and quite different.
Have you got your instruments here?
They're arriving tomorrow afternoon.
Okay, cool. Well then, let's do it tomorrow afternoon then. I'll be more than happy to have you guys here. Thank you.
Perfect. Jandre, thank you. Sweet. All right. Done. About to go on radio.
Today we're being DJs for Radio Free Tankwa on 99.99 FM, dude.
And I'm sitting here with a very, very interesting bunch of individuals who we have found from all over South Africa. And we've been making an album which is coming out in a couple of months, and it's called The State of the Nation. And this album is a consequence of us spending 2 years driving around South Africa and digging up some of the best talent we could find. So we're really excited about launching this album here at The Burn. And we're sitting in the caravan with Major, Bongs, Tremaine, Samar and Lucas. We're going to be performing this afternoon some of the title tracks from the State of the Nation album, which is a real achievement, and I'm so very proud of the guys I'm sitting in this caravan with, sweating away with right now. Tremaine, how are you doing today?
I'm awesome, thanks. How are you?
You're doing good. I'm doing lacquer. I must say I'm a bit nervous about performing this afternoon. How are you feeling?
I was excited. I'm feeling very nervous right now, but still very, very excited.
Yeah, and Tremaine, 41,000 Sisters, what's its significance?
The significance for me personally, I'm an activist against the rape and sexual abuse of women and children, and the song really speaks to that and encourages us to stand up and speak out. Yeah, so that is why it's very significant to me.
Yeah, Lekker track and a really nice kind of message behind it as well. So Bongs, tell us, what are you thinking about Africa Burn? You've been here for like a couple of nights now.
Yeah. Africa Burn is an experience. It's love and oneness, man. Togetherness. People are so free.
That's cool.
People are so free up in this. And I've seen music. You know, music and sound is basically playing the most important part in Africa Burn.
Yeah.
And I'm loving it. I'm supporting it too.
Dust, wind.
Nature is definitely one, and to imagine that we had attained here and it's gone now, and we have given up because nature is one.
It's exactly what it's like. It's in a desert and you're in a funny place and everybody's dressed up and looking weird and mad.
I hit peak grit about 3 days in. I was so filthy, dirty, covered in dust and sand, and it was revolting. I don't know how the artists coped.
It was tough for the first day. I was overwhelmed, but today I got used to Major, I got used to Bongs, to Tremaine, to Lucas, and the whole team. Miss Africa Burn 2019, Sima.
We're off to play a gig at a place called the State of Bliss.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be nice. State of Bliss tonight, 5 p.m. baby.
I'm here at the State of Bliss with my state of mind for the state of the nation. And we're here to kill things, man, yeah? G Major.
I mean, fucking really?
It's the things you worry about that you shouldn't be worried about. So what I wasn't worried about was Arthur blowing up the guitar amp, which has now successfully happened. The amp has blown up.
Oh, I didn't do that yesterday.
Everything's broken. Everything is breaking.
Everyone at SLF for giving me the opportunity, and then definitely my parents as well, because that's where my kids are.
We ended up performing 4 shows across different days, different audiences, and each time the performances got better and better, and it was really, really nice to experience that.
I've witnessed so much love and, you know, togetherness up in this. No one is white, no one is black, but we all people, and it's all one family. Music is a journey. I'm not only here for partying, but also I'm here to make connections, man. Yeah.
And a little bit of loving, though. Much appreciated. Love y'all.
Performers like Bongs and the other artists we work with would never get the opportunity to perform at such events. And it goes back to why we're doing the album in the first place. It's like the album is a platform in order for these individuals to be able to take their own talents and skills to the next level. And that's the key thing we want to achieve with this piece of work.
Oh, what happened is magic, man. We just killed Africa Burn. It was nice and quite nervy as well, you know, yeah, I was anxious.
The there was like, you know, people jumping up and down and going crazy to the music, and you get that little release of chemicals which you get when you're happy. And I thought at that point, yes, we've made the right decision. This is exactly the place we should be.
Happiness all around, black reputation. We need peace to increase in the streets, no more useless beef, jealousy over each other.
I think I need to do these kind of gigs, you know, be exposed to more interesting opportunities like Africa Burn. My next gig I'm eyeing is Rocking the Daisies. Feels so good.
Can you hear me? Awesome.
In the sky, falling out of place, in and out of space, the time is our world's gonna die. Save it for today, tomorrow is another day.
I'd like to thank Sustainable Livelihoods Foundation. I'd love to thank everybody in the team. We worked together from all over South Africa. To everybody who's made it possible for us to come here, to everyone who funded us through our crowdfunding page, to everyone who kept us in prayers while we were coming here, be it to God, be it to Allah, be it to spirits, thank you so much. We did it.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've just heard the state of the nation. Thank you. Thanks everyone.
Signing out, please.
Each of the musicians we end up working with were all real outliers, and they're very creative, they behave in unusual and creative ways. I think they're quite motivated, they're very passionate about their art, and I think that's what's made the music that we've done with them so interesting. They've brought tons to the table, they've been very flexible and very engaged and very involved, but I think all of them, through the process, I think they're pretty proud of what they've done.
A lot of pressure to for them to perform, but I mean it was a real success. Like, everybody really, it was more than the sum of its parts, I would say. I came away from it feeling really good about it.
I think we've got something that everyone will find something they will enjoy, and possibly something they hate on it at the same time. But that's what concept albums are all about. We want you to learn something, and a lot about South Africa is not comfortable, so you know what? Fucking listen to it.
That's brilliant, though. I like that. Fucking listen to it. That could be the ad campaign.
A 9,000-kilometer journey, 25 years in the making, 24 emerging artists, 52 minutes that will change your life. Download State of the Nation, the only album that matters.
Babylon is falling, I'm calling on Elohim to come help crush the walls of the system. It's where you're falling, and so it seems in its inside. Kill them with the power of sound and belief. I'm so willing, I devour the crowns and the scenes like in Israel. With the power that defies belief of an average man who never understands ways of the heaven upon the land. Babylon is falling, I'm calling on Elohim to come help crush the balls of the system. Babylon is falling, I'm calling on Elohim to come help crush the walls of the system. Babylon is falling, I'm calling on Elohim to come help crush the walls of the system. Babylon is falling, I'm calling on Elohim to